Hello, 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 everyone. How is your Sunday going? If you're new to seeing this and you've never seen this face before, my name is Kat. I am the Rainbow Pixie, and I am here to just bring some sparkle into everyone's lives and to kind of see what my beautiful, beautiful sparkly fairy deck has to offer. This is the Fairy Godmother deck. It is made by Flavia Kate Paters, and it is like one of the coolest decks I think I've seen in a while. It is the one I've been using the most the last little while, and I really would love to just bring a message in with this deck today and just see what it takes us through for the week, and especially after the new moon. There are some major transitions happening here, and I know the last couple months have been like, woo, with shedding and letting go and releasing and just hibernating and just being by myself and taking care of me and doing the whole self-love thing, and that's what this whole new moon is all about. The new retrograde is in Venus, right? So, and Venus is the planet I love, and Venus is my ruling planet as I am a Libra, and I feel like there's been so much expansion in my heart chakra especially the last 2 weeks. The last 2 weeks have been just like, aha, 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 and I don't know if anyone else is kind of feeling this. If you are, drop some hearts, drop some likes, drop some, comments, and just say, hey, this is how this new moon has affected me in the last, week prior, and how it's affected me now today, the first day of September. And yeah, let's hear what your new moon experiences were for you. And I know me, I do a new moon ritual with all of my beautiful neighbors and stuff, and we just get together and we have dinner and we talk about the things that we wish to inspire, and we set out good intentions to the world, and we really try to just share things that help us shine, right? So this reading I would just kind of like to pick 3 cards and see what the cards have to say for our week, okay? Let's start by setting a prayer. This is something I do it in song, as this is the way I feel the fairies connect the best with me, and I really love to listen to what they have to say to me. So I'm going to sing the prayer. This kind of sets our ground, make sure that we're in a safe space and listening to the right messages that are meant for the right people at the right time. Alrighty, so with that being said, fairy light and fairy love, send your message from above. Let me know what I need to hear from our guardians loud and clear. Answer all questions I ask of thee, and show us the light, so mote it be. Fairy energy, feeling it today, and I hope you feel it too. I feel just like there's something just magical kind of happening right now, and I can't even explain it. I just love this feeling that is coming over me right now, and it's actually inspiring me to do something, but I'll talk a little bit more about that after I do the reading, okay? So let's start by picking a card and see what it has to say for our week, okay? Vulnerability. Oh, has this message been coming up so much for me in the last little while? And I know it is really coming into opening up that heart space and really shining in your vulnerability and showing people your true self and coming out of the closet of who you really are and what your real intentions are and what you really are, your whole life purpose is. And you know, sometimes you have to go into those vulnerable and like scary moments in order to really break all of those patterns that have been kind of put upon us in our lives, and really like to be able to transmute that and change the energy on it. You have to be vulnerable. You have to just like steer into that emotional moment and just be like, okay, I am who I am. I can do all this. I am capable. And share that. Don't hesitate. Share it with the world. Share that vulnerability, because it is in that vulnerable moment that you are really being true. You're being true to everything that you are meant to be. And I know that this last little while for me has been very, like, I have felt very vulnerable. I have felt very exposed to things that I have never been exposed to in my entire life. And some of them have been things that have really been put on me to open me up, to break some of those patterns that have really been so stringently put on my brain, that my heart is like, nope, this is no longer working. You need to change this, but you're not listening to me. So the only way you're going to get this is through having those really sticky, icky moments that make you feel vulnerable. But it is in those moments that you're going to have some of the most amazing aha moments if you are looking at it from the right perspective. Right? This is why this new moon is about looking at things in the right perspective and how you put that energy out to the world. It is really about what you're feeding that energy into. This is why I read from that story this morning, because it really did put it into perspective. Their scales are being weighed right now, and everyone is feeling that a little bit, and they're feeling the pressure of it, and they're feeling the weight of it. But it doesn't have to be that. You can tip the scale very easily to your love being and project that out. And you know, when we are feeling like we're having those vulnerable moments, when we start feeling that way, we can actually look into that, and if we are looking at it from that heart space instead of the mind space, it will open us up, and in that opening we will feel vulnerable. Does that make sense? So this one, like I said, has really hit it on the head. This is why she has been feeling like she is crying to herself. She is, you know, feeling like she is being pushed to the limit, and this is why she is being. But this is why the godmother is there. She is there to tell you, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. She is there to protect you. Your fairy godmother always makes her wishes come true. Does she not? When you think about all the beautiful things that you have been able to manifest in your life, it is because you've had great guidance, and it's because you've listened to that internal being, that internal voice that has said yes to whatever you were meant to do. If you're feeling not so nice, it is because you're not in alignment with your purpose of what you were meant to do. And when you fall into those vulnerable moments and you're feeling at your weakest, and you are feeling like you are being bombarded by the world, and you are still putting yourself out there and still going out there headstrong and still being amazing and full of light and full of love, it is when your wishes will start to come into fruition. It is when you will start looking at life in a whole new perspective. This is what I am super passionate about. Like, I really think that when we can just change that whole mindset and look at every single chaotic moment in our life as a lesson, it really does open you up to so many opportunities. So many opportunities. It's not even funny. And I know I've learned that the last couple of years. I've had so many opportunities that have been wonderful. I got to go to Italy. This time last year, I was in Italy. Like, one of my biggest dreams I've ever dreamed of doing is going to Italy and seeing the Rialto Bridge. It was on my dream board. It was like my main mission. And I did it. Without even like, I put it on a dream board and I didn't like, it just came to me, you know what I mean? So manifesting really does come when you are being vulnerable and when you are putting yourself out there. And even doing this. This is not, singing for me in front of people is not an easy thing. It's been my secret, my hidden little gift, my hidden little treasure. And this is why I was guided to tell people, hey, I can do this. And this is why when I tried to do the prayers in just talking it, it didn't work. It would not flow out of me. And this is why I know that things are flowing. Things are going in that right direction because of that vulnerability, because I'm falling into the things that are making me feel a little uncomfortable, and it is helping me grow and expand and helping my heart space just, yeah, you can't even explain it. This is what we need to do though. This is what we need to kind of like steer into that and not have that fear, because you are being protected by your fairy godmother. Isn't that beautiful? Share the heart, share the love, share the likes. If this is resonating, this message is meant for you. You know that you are put in the right place at the right time. And when you listen to all those internal things, you have what we call the awakening. And the awakening is happening right now. The awakening is when you come into that full heart joy, when you are coming out of that negative vibration and flowing into that positive vibration, and you are expanding out there, and you are doing those things that make you feel a little uncomfortable, and you're growing and you're growing and you're growing. This is because you're coming into your own awakening. This is because you are actually going out and putting yourself out there and pushing into those uncomfortable and being vulnerable. And this is when your prince will come. This is when your dream job will come. This is when all those great opportunities like just fall into your lap, and it's like, what? Whoa, where did this come from? But that's the joy. And when we can like live in this moment, in this exact moment, and push yourself out there and be a little bit vulnerable, and yes, have a lot of excitement, and yes, have a lot of joy for all those little things that do make you uncomfortable. It's okay to feel that uncomfortability. It's okay to rest and just take time away and do whatever you have to. But at the same time, you still have to do the things that like push you out there a little bit, push you into that uncomfortable feeling, right? And that's what breaks you into that vulnerable space. And that is what will bring all your dreams, all those things that you've been putting out there, especially for the last year. It is going to really awaken some amazing opportunities. And I had one. I had like the most amazing opportunity fall into my lap, and I can't even explain this, but I won tickets to a zone event, which is like so big and so beautiful, and it's like all business orientated, right before my birthday. And I have full faith that I'm going to be there. I have full faith that this fell into my lap for that exact reason, to expand this new opportunity that I am trying to create with this new sparkle business of mine. And, you know, in that awakening, in that coming to fruition, I have had some really sticky moments, and I'm feeling on right now. It's totally okay though. Like I can't even explain it. It's totally okay, because I know that I'm being taken care of, that the fairy godmother is always watching over me, and that is your gods, your goddesses, your angels, whatever you resonate with is going to be there to take care of you, to help you, to push you, to push you past that exhausting, sometimes crazy moment. And I know many people are feeling that right now. You know why? Because you're coming into your awakening. Because you're coming into the realization that some of this shit that is not working for you cannot be around anymore. Sorry for the swearing, but not sorry at the same time. Because you are worth every single stitch of it. You are worth everything that you have been putting out there. You're worth that prince. You're worth that raise. You're worth that check that comes in the mail unexpectedly. You are worth every single stitch of it. Every single stitch of it. And that's what these cards are telling us today. This is the vibration that we need to be pushing out there into this new moon, because whatever we push out there is going to stick around for a while. We're not going to see any transition until next year. Next year, this whatever momentum we are putting out there right now, this is what we need to be projecting out. This is what we need to do, and sometimes you need to be vulnerable in order to do that, right? So let's see what the last card has to say. Hello, Tammy. Hello, Heather. How are you guys doing today? You guys can comment by all means. If this is resonating with you, please comment, share the heart, share the love. This is how this message gets in front of the right people at the right time. And if you are watching this, it's meant for you. That's all there is to it. It's meant for you. Alrighty. Last card. Let's see what it has to say. Do you like my new backdrop? I tried something new. Instead of sitting outside, I've created my own little Zen space. Do you like it? I do. It's colorful and beautiful. Oh my god, and look at that. Like, see? Romance. There's romance around the corner. There's, oh my god, that is so cool, right? Like, and especially in romance, oh my god, you have to be so vulnerable when it comes to love. When it comes to opening your heart and giving it to someone else, and opening your heart and sharing that love with the world, man, does that ever make you a vulnerable person. But man, does it ever open it up and expand it and let go of all of that stuff that is not working for you anymore. And that's what this is telling you. You see the prince that is with you in your awakening. He is there. You're just sleeping and not seeing him sitting in front of you. And he is there. The romance card is there to tell you that he's your one. He's the one that is like going to lift you up and carry you away like the princess you are. You know why? Because you found your own self-worth. Do you know how I know? Because I'm feeling it. And I feel that you all feel it. And if you don't feel it, oh my God, this is what we're here for. This is why I've created this sparkle community. This is why I've created the rainbow at the end of the tunnel, at the end of the darkness, at the end of the light. It is there to show you. You are so beautiful. You are so beautiful, every single one of you. I don't care what our world has told you. I don't care what your family has told you. I don't care what that boy that beat you up in, elementary school told you. You are beautiful. And that is what I am here to do. This is what I know my God's gift is. This is why I've done hair for 20 years. This is why I've done hair for 20 years, because I know how to make people feel shiny. Now my goal is really to take that outside shine and create it inside. So you can create that internal peace and zen and love. And so, as I was saying at the beginning of our video here, that I really would love to do a 20-day love challenge. And this is a video challenge, okay? So this is gonna make people feel uncomfortable. Yes, it is, but it is gonna be so much fun. And I'm telling you, this is gonna help the heart space. Heart space expand, because we are going to share the love. We are going to have the share the love movement. And I really, really, really think this would be so much fun. I want everyone to wake up first thing in the morning. This is your challenge. This is a challenge, okay? I can't scream this loud enough. This is our challenge. Every morning, we are going to wake up. We are going to get dressed for our day. We're going to own that day like it is ours. Even if we have nothing planned, we're going to own that day like it's ours. And we're going to do a live video every day. 5 seconds. All it takes, 5 seconds. Share one thing that you love. One thing that you love. I love being with you people. I love being with everyone that comes into my world to help me grow. And I love doing these live videos. I love being able to share these messages. I love being in tune. And I really would love for everyone to join me on this great challenge, because I think this is something that will break everyone out of that vulnerability and realize how awesome they really are, how great their world really is in front of them, even when things aren't always so perfect. And when you find a way of expanding that heart space, it brings in all of that self-love, that brings in all of those opportunities, that brings in all of the romance, and like, I can't even explain it. It is so beautiful. And I know I've been feeling this. I have been talking to some amazing people that have opened my heart up so much and have made me really feel aware of how blessed we really are. So with that, I hope everyone has an amazing Sunday. I hope you guys sparkle and shine in these next couple weeks. No matter what hits you, take it as the great challenge, okay? And join me. Join me in the love challenge. Join me in spreading the word of love, because this is the only way that we expand our hearts and how we make the world change. I truly do believe this. I truly do with all of my heart. So with that, you guys have an amazing week and take care. I will see you all next Sunday.